Need a quick repair for your car? We are the solution. In our shop, your vehicle is fixed on record time. And we work with all insurance companies. In case of an accident, we set up the towing. We also set up
I definitely want to talk about this. Like, I mean, our past is definitely a huge fall in the house. Show us. They're hungry for it. Maybe they're curious about it.
When doing all the school stuff and just
I started going to night school. My life was literally.
Oh, there's something behind it.
I definitely want to talk about this. Like, I mean, our past is definitely a huge fall in the house. Show us. They're hungry for it. Maybe they're curious about it.
when doing all the school stuff and just
I started going to night school. My life was literally.
Oh, there's something behind it. And we are live.
Yeah.
I'm Eric.
I'm Andre.
And I'm Richie.
And this is the High in Power podcast coming to you live on YouTube. Shama. Guys, happy Wednesday. It's a blessing Wednesday. I cannot thank God enough for today. Man, honestly, 100%. Shama, like, comment, subscribe. Guys, and another thing, you see that little bell that you see right there?
Very important.
Do you see that little bell that's right there? Click that bell, guys. Click that bell. I need your bell to be clicked on so that every time we post a video, every time we are posting something, you guys are notified, man, because you guys are truly missing out on some fire content.
Dude, and not only will that keep you guys updated on everything we have coming up, but just like it helps us out so much, dude. It looks like, because when we're doing all the numbers on the back end and like trying to connect everything and making sure things running smooth and we're actually, putting out good content that people are like taking in, this stuff matters, guys. And we really appreciate if you guys, take a little bit of time and just, ding, hit that little bell.
Yes, sir. And how you doing, buddy? You doing good?
I'm good. How you doing, my guy?
I'm
Looking
doing good.
swaggy
doing,
as
brother?
always.
Oh man, come on, man. They making these reels now. I gotta look good. You know what I'm saying? Man. Move to the right. There you go.
Bro, I felt like I was too close to Richie though.
Sorry. I just read that out loud. My fault.
Oh, it's 'cause
man,
of the camera.
big shout out to Vision Agency. Rewind. Because without Vision Agency, none of this would be possible, guys. The cameras, the audio, the background, everything that's going on, man, to get the high quality that you guys deserve. This guy is top notch, guys. Honestly, with the camera, with the visuals, with marriages, parties, headshots, professional pictures being taken. This guy can do it all, man. Hit up JP. Like I said, without him, High in Power would be nothing, man.
He's the brains to this whole thing,
Yeah,
man.
he
Like,
is,
literally.
man. And he keeps on playing with that, with that power. Sometimes we just smack the shit out of him. But I'm joking. But it's a blessing to have him on. His Instagram is on the description below. Please click it and see what he has to offer, man, because this guy is amazing. Big shout out to my boy Briggs in the back too, man. Unfortunately, we had to cut his mic off because you're just talking too much.
He's have a chair, right? Have a chair.
We're figuring out some wires over here.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Briggs.
We had a little,
fucking with my mic.
we had a little troubleshooting with our mics today, so unfortunately, Briggs is gonna sit out of this one. But we all know you're here, bro.
We'll be missed.
But guys,
The voice of reason.
I want to say happy Wednesday to everybody. It's been a crazy week, and it feels amazing. I told Eric this today. There's a moment I called Eric and I was like, Eric, bro, I feel like we're actually like living like exactly what we've been wanting to, bro. This is busy. Like I feel like an entrepreneur. I was like, I got so much going on, bro. It just felt amazing, and
Bro,
it's like the challenges. It's
yeah.
just they just like push you further and further
Dude,
and further.
the drive, the stress that comes with all everything, planning everything, bro. And it's like it's cool, man. You know, it's cool not having time to do anything. You know, it's good to have pressure on us. You know, 24/7, man.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I feel like this is where boys become men at the end of the day, and taking shit seriously, man, believing in our dreams and continuing fighting for, to make a difference at the end of the day, man, because that's the whole reason why we opened this podcast, right?
Facts.
Is to make a difference, man.
Facts.
And little by little, we keep implementing our name to certain places. And guys, tune in, please tune in, because big things are gonna come. Big things are gonna, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be really cool. We can't tell you everything right now, but on Friday, definitely stay tuned because it's gonna be cool.
If everyone saw the reel, we definitely have something that we're planning with one of our sponsors, and it's going to be an amazing event. And we got more details coming for you guys on Friday. We're super excited to put it out for you guys, and there's a lot of preparation going behind this. There's a lot of teamwork, a lot of it's like time managing to even get this done. And I'm extremely excited for it, and it's another way for High Empower to go the extra mile.
Shama,
Let's
man.
go.
Day by day, man. Month by month. We're just getting better.
Talking about giving back and talking about being more involved, right, with the community, with our listeners, with the chat. Sometimes we put out some giveaways.
Yes, sir.
And
Shama.
we had the major giveaway where we were giving out Rob Font's autograph, the all set hat, a full detail, the hit podcast done by R&V. And we also had the jersey that was also donated by R&V Sports. Again, guys, for any of your jersey needs, any kind of custom work, anything you guys need regarding, let's say the whole what are they doing? The magnets now, the car magnets.
Oh, yeah.
Any type of like graphic work, stickers, cards, business cards, sweaters, shirts, branded shirts, and things like that to do for your company. Hit up these guys, man. They got everything. They got a lot of things imported from Brazil too. Sunglasses, different types of shoes. If you're trying to rock that different style, got that little Brazzy swag. Go over there. You can definitely check out some awesome things. Every type of jersey you can think about. Whatever team it is, I feel like you could like name a team, and he's got it. He's got it, bro. He's amazing.
Even though release stuff.
He's also donated all these gifts, and I wanted to invite. We finally were able to get him here live, so we could give him this gift, and we're super excited to have him here. Round of applause here for Rodolfo, the winner of our podcast giveaway. Rodolfo,
Bro, he's been showing us love since day one, bro.
Hell yeah.
So you can take this back. Rodolfo, man. I mean, you've been watching us since day one, right? And you've always been there in the chat with us. You've been talking, calling me, and letting me know how much you've been involved with watching our podcast. How's your experience been, bro, being on the other side of the screen?
Honestly, man, every time I see you guys, it's entertainment. At the end of the middle of the week, it's a nice breakup. I don't, whatever kind of week you're having, you can look through that. Getting over that hump with you guys, honestly.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I love hearing that, bro. I love hearing that, bro.
Yeah, that's sick. Dude, at the end of the day, man, we're super excited to be able to have you here. And, man, we got to give you this giveaway. We got this.
Sir.
We got the mug here done by R&V with the logo. Whoa, High Empower logo right there, Stanley mug. Wait, what camera am I on? Middle? Oh, that one? All right, cool. Look at that. Thing you see.
Love it. Thank you.
We got the all set auto. Again, guys, all set was also
bro.
here.
I kind of wish I won this contest.
We got the all set auto hat. Again, for all people that don't know Rodolfo is actually a huge UFC fan. This guy hosts his party nights at his house all the time to watch the fights, and I'm extremely happy to.
Dude,
you won this, man. Because I know how much this means to you. I know you really wanted it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. And we also got the awesome soccer jersey here too, bro.
Ooh, this I actually forgot about. Honestly, I saw it today on the counter. This is my new favorite.
Yeah.
Next summer's fit right here.
Yeah, bro. Let us know how you like
Appreciate
it,
you, bro.
Guys, one thing that Rodolfo also wanted to do is because, first of all, this guy, I've never met a guy that's so OCD when it comes to having his house clean and his car clean.
Fuck yeah.
So he's super clean with everything he does. And by the way, Rodolfo's an electrician. If you guys need an electrician, hit him up. But guys, at the end of the day, Rodolfo has his car always super clean. So he's actually and give that to someone else. And Rodolfo is the one who's donated that over to the next person.
Guys, that's a full detail with Exotic Auto Spa, and you've seen what they're all about and everything they were doing with them.
No,
yeah.
that honestly, I made that decision. I love what you guys are doing for your friends, family, business. So just to be able to pass that on to someone who's really going to appreciate it more than I will is great.
That's
Hell yeah,
awesome, bro.
Rodolfo.
Awesome. That's awesome,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Any
Real
final
one.
words?
No, just keep on being hip, man. You guys are killing it.
Let's go.
Thank you, bro,
Thank you for
man.
being here.
Appreciate you, Rodolfo.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Rodolfo.
Yes, man. And we're going to do a lot of more raffles.
We got Alyssa in the chat. What's up, Alyssa? Again, we got 12 people watching right now. Guys,
Shama.
listen, Eric said something at the beginning, and I want to actually bring this up again. And Andre also commented about this. We need you guys to interact more with us. We need to know how we're doing. We
can't have ghost viewers in the chat,
That's the
guys.
thing, guys. Like, I really want to be able to know that you guys are here. Comment on the chat. Say a hello. Drop a hi. Tell us how we're doing.
talk some shit.
Make fun of us. We don't care.
How you doing?
I want to know that you guys are here. If you guys are watching us right now, take 2 seconds. Put a W right now in the chat for the win, because that's what we're here for. We're here for the win. We're here to go up, and we're here to make differences in people's lives. And that's why we brought someone over today who well, brings in his sound effects. Jesus. But anyways, today we're bringing over someone that another great example of exactly what we preach here in the podcast. It's literally living the hustle, living the defeats, and not letting them beat you up, and taking the best out of them. No matter what is in front of you to keep you from achieving your goals, you still keep going. And this guy, man, I've personally known him for about 15 years now. I've seen everything he's done ever since he first dreamt about being where he is today. And it's amazing to see everything he's accomplished. And I'm super honored to say that today we have Ivan Contreras coming on to the Hip Podcast. Let's have that intro drop real quick. And I'm super excited.
Shama.
We got Ivan in the house.
Yeah, man. That's everyone.
Ivan. We talk about you every episode.
Since day one.
Since day one, man. You've been here for us. Wow. You finally made it to the couch.
Finally, guys. Finally. You know, want to say thank you very much for inviting me, guys. And when Richie called me the first day and say, Ivan, I want to do this and that, and I have a team, and the guys, we want to do it together, I was like, bro, go for it. Because I know him, you know what I mean? He doesn't give up. He just keeps going.
He's a fucking go-getter. That's what he is.
Yes, he is. And the thing of it is, guys, is that there is a lot of young guys out there right now that they need this. You know what I mean? It's like we're going through something right now that everybody, once they see these videos and they see what you guys are talking about and everything here, it brings something to them, you know what I mean? Like emotional and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I have talked to guys and people who actually seen the videos, and they're like, "Wow, we like that." You know what I mean?
Fire.
And-
That means
and-
so
fire,
much, dude.
fire.
That's
Hell
honestly,
yeah.
I love listening to that,
Right,
man.
dude, I
Honestly,
love
because
hearing that.
man, from day one, man, we put it into stone that's exactly what we want, bro. Is to change, the way people think, to change the way people, dream. Because at the end of the day, by the things that going on in the world right now, a lot of people, they lose hope. Especially like when bad things happen, man. But those people that survive and keep going, man, and go through the struggles, go through the storm, are the ones that truly turn out to be good. For sure. And that, for you, for example, as well, man. I know you for such a long time, man. You helped me out so much, and honestly, it's a blessing to have you, in my friends' circle, man. Because carajo, pendejo,
Bro, hell yeah, man. I mean, Ivan, dude, how does it feel about being here today?
Oh, bro, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is. It seems, when you call me, you say, bro, this is going to be your week. I was like, oh, man.
So fast.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you the truth. I was nervous at the beginning. But then I was like, I actually called him this morning. I'm like, I'm actually excited, because every time somebody comes into my office and they tell me what they're going through, I kind of use my testimony of what I've been through to help them out, to go through what they're going through.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then it actually happened yesterday. I was telling you, right? Somebody come in and they tell me what they were it was going on with them. And I kind of use that, everything that I've been through, things that happen in my shop and stuff like that. And I was like, I got to go there. I got to really, say what I've been through, what I have done to keep it up, how my business has been doing great, how is that I haven't even closed doors when we had a pandemic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hell yeah. I can't wait to hear about that, dude.
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, Ivan, usually, man, we usually drive the episode towards the way, but I'm feeling something here very good. I actually want
Let's start from where I am, okay? Like
Let's do
my
it.
country, all right?
Let's do
How's
it.
that, yeah?
All right.
All right, so as you guys know, some of you guys know, I'm from Guatemala. Yeah.
¿Qué pasó?
Español. Guatemala, 31 years old. Oh, boy.
Okay,
Young
31.
man, 31 years young.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
Looking good, my boy.
Yeah, you always say I was 30, but now I'm 31 now.
Once you cross that, it's like, shit.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
Dude,
So,
I honestly heard if you hit 30, you actually start going back.
I wish, bro.
He's like, fine, please tell me that. How?
Yeah, I would really wish. But yeah, from Guatemala, 31 years old. And I only have one sister. Nothing else, no brother. Well, you guys are my brother, but blood brothers. Yeah, only one sister.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically from.
How
from
old
my
were you
end.
when you guys came here?
Bro, I was 8 years old.
Wow.
8 years old.
Yeah.
And when you came here, did you already have family here? Were you guys the first
was-
ones to come to America?
No, it was actually my mom and my dad that they were here already.
Okay.
And then because of my parents, a lot of my family started coming into the country.
So your parents were like the first ones of the family to come out here and say, yo, this is worth it.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes. And I was probably like 2 years old when they left me in Guatemala with my grandparents.
Oh, so you stayed behind.
I stayed behind, yeah, with my sister, yeah.
So you stayed a long time without seeing your
So like
parents.
6
Oh, yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then what? You got here, boom, school, high school.
So it was kind of tough because when I came to the United States, I used to live in Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to live over there first, and it was really tough because in those areas there was not a lot of Spanish people. It was only like most of them were American people.
There's a lot of Portuguese people too, right?
Yeah, but at that time, not really, not yet. Yeah, so it was really tough because my first language was Spanish, and coming into the country and kind of learn another language, it was a little bit tough. So every time I would be, saying something, they would make fun of me and stuff like that. And then I moved to Framingham, And then when I went to high school here, it
Completely different.
It was different.
Whoa.
I got to learn English, but guess what? I ended up learning Portuguese.
How did that go?
I wonder why.
I wonder
It was just so many Brazilian people here. You know, I was like, holy shit.
Did you feel comfortable? I mean, because definitely that changed. You probably were like, ooh, like I'm
big
good
release,
here.
yeah.
I can like get around. Like you probably made more friends.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how was growing up, like high school here in Framingham for you?
Well, I went to Framingham High School first.
Okay.
Actually, when I moved into Framingham, I went to Fuller.
Okay, you went to Fuller Middle School.
Yeah, I went to Fuller Middle
Wow.
School. And then I went to Framingham High School. But
Okay.
then, fortunately, I got kicked out of that school. Of course, right? With the type of friends I had, yeah.
Everyone got a pass. We all had a pass.
And then I went to Keefe Tech.
Okay.
Right? And then I ended up graduating Keefe for
So
carpentry.
when you want to go to Keefe, for people that don't know, Keefe Tech is a local vocational school where you can choose a trade, and basically with your trade, you can like take the classes and
Vocational school?
Yeah.
Well, it's a technical school.
It's more like a
Same.
technical.
Yeah, it's like technical
vocational
school.
technical school. You can basically take your life towards whatever you want to take. What
That's
course
right.
did you choose? That was my point.
So I did auto at the beginning.
Okay.
And when I was doing that, I kind of like more carpentry for some reason. And then I ended up doing carpentry.
So you graduated carpentry.
I ended up graduating from carpentry.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Man of many talents.
I know, right? So I ended up doing that. But then when I graduated for carpentry, I was in something that's called, it was called co-op. It was something that you could go work outside on the weekend and you would still get paid and stuff like that.
Fire.
Yeah, so I was doing that at that time. But then I was working on a roof and it was in winter time. It was really cold up there. And I was like, do I really want to do this? I mean, if they pay that good. You know what I mean? It was like on summertime, it was hot out there doing roof. And then on the cold time, it was just freezing. And I was like, forget it. This is not what I want to do for a living.
He's like, no matter how much I want to pimp out my Civic, I ain't doing this.
Forget that.
Because I've always had the cleanest cars, bro. Always.
Yeah, Toyotas and Hondas.
Everything, dude. Everything. I mean, so boom, you did carpentry, you struggled through that because again, no one wants to be outside in the cold weather. No one wants to be outside on the roof when it's 100 degrees outside. So how did that transition even happen where like did you already go straight into like the automotive side of things or?
So when I was, I graduated in 2011, right? And then my uncle, Hector, had a small body shop. And I used to go there the weekends. And I would ask him, hey, will you be able to teach me how to sand a bumper and stuff like that? But I was young.
Like
and
18?
No, younger than that at that time.
Really?
You know, yeah, when I was going to his shop, right? But then when I graduated, I was starting to go more and more.
Yeah.
But then when I was done with school, I had 2 jobs, and I was working. I started working on Mako, right? You know what that is? Mako auto collision.
Is that the one like on Route 9?
It's like the fast body shop type
Yes.
thing. It's like the American style fast body
Right.
shop where it's like a quick job. It's cheap. It's like, but it's like
It is that one. Yeah, that one exactly. So I was working there first, and then I was working on Market Basket too. So
it's like the fast food of body shops. That's how you explain Mako. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's literally
yeah.
how you explain it.
You're working at Market Basket?
yeah, I was working on Market Basket too.
I was there bagging.
that is right. Yeah, and I was working there. It was crazy because I would go to work at 7 in the morning at the body shop, and then at 5 when I was done, I would go home, take a shower, eat something quick, change, and go to Market Basket, and I would work there until 10 at night.
2 jobs, young, hustling, chasing it, learning what you wanted to do, but also hustling on the side.
Right. So everything changes when one of my uncle was working at Irving Street. He was a painter there, and then when he noticed that I was working on Mako, he calls me one day and he was like, "Hey, Ivan, would you like to work in a real body shop? Like, get things done the right way, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to." And then he's like, "Well, I'm going to talk to the boss here and see if he can give you opportunity for you to work here." And I was like, "Sure."
Is that right there?
Yeah, that is there.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll get there. Let's not say where, but keep
Okay.
talking.
Yeah. And I started working there. And funny thing is that when I first got there on that Monday, the owner was like, "So what do you know? What do you know what to do?" And I was like, I didn't know really much about it, like what to do on body work and stuff like that. He's like, "All right, well, there's 3 bathrooms in the shop, so start cleaning them." And that was the first thing I started doing there.
Really?
Cleaning the bathrooms.
Hey, bro, you got to start somewhere, right?
And then you just quietly went. You didn't.
Oh yeah, all the time. If my boss would have said, "Hey, get this done," I would have do it. And if somebody else would have come to me and be like, "Hey, get it done this way," I would have be like, "Okay, no problem." So one thing that I know about myself is that if you tell me to do it one way, but then you come and you tell me to do it in a different way, I'm not going to say, "Oh, but he told me to do it this way." No, I'll learn your ways. So when you are with me, I'll do it your way. And when he's with me, I do it his way. So I don't get into a fight or arguments, stuff like
That's
that.
fire. So you just adapt to the environment you got to get into. And that's
Yes.
what's up. That's fire, bro.
I have a question. So, like, because I'm comparing you, to other kids that were at your age, they could also go out and get these other jobs, get 2 jobs, it's just to make an income, right? But they don't, right? Why were you out there trying to grind? Why were you out there trying to find a better opportunity? What was your drive?
Well, see, this is the thing. It's like when you have a dream, right? And you have to make like a goal to get to that dream first. So my goal at that time, it was about saving up money. That was my first thing. Saving up money the most that I could. And yeah, I would go out with friends and stuff like that, but I would not spend crazy money. You know what I mean? Yeah, I wasn't spending crazy money at the time. So I was trying my best to save up. So what I did is, when I used to look at what I was making a week, I would tell my mom, "Hey, I'm gonna stick with like $200-300, and I'll give you the rest so you can save it up for me." So my mom was like the bank, basically. You know what I mean?
Fire, yeah.
And then at the end of the day, when I needed something, I would ask for it, and she would always be like, "What do you
And
need
it's
it
good
for?"
because she'd make you kind of double think whatever like you truly wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah,
You didn't have
She
easy
was
access.
like, she
to
was
your
like your
cash.
accountant, kind of. She was like,
Basically,
she'd be
yeah.
like, "Hey, mom, I need money." Like, "Do you really need money for that?" You'd be like, "Yeah, nah, you're right, I'm good."
I mean, especially talking into that, Ivan, me personally knowing you, I mean, I've lived with you and your family, man, when I came back from Florida. And not many people even know that.
Yeah, that's right.
And, man,
Fire.
I got to personally see how you guys live, how you guys are with one another. And family is a huge thing for you guys. And you just telling me, I mean, how your mom was such a huge process in the beginning stages of you getting to where you are today. It shows to me, right? I mean, bro, how much does your family mean to you? How much has your family impacted you in this process?
So my family is everything for me, It's like, without my family, I wouldn't be able to be where I am right now. And one thing that I love about my mom is that every time I would fail on something, she would be there for me and would be like, "Son, don't give up. Give it a try again. Keep going. On my dad's side, it was a little bit different. Because my dad's side, it was more like, just work for somebody, you know what I mean? But don't risk yourself on trying something for your own.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit different.
A little bit more old school.
Right. Yeah. And remember, my parents had been divorced.
Yeah.
So I was living more with my mom. Yeah. Then living more with my dad. But even like that, I loved both of them.
Yeah.
The same, But yeah, my mom was one of them, and then my sister was another one that every time something would be happening, she would be there for me. She would be like, "Hey, brother, I might not have the money to help you for what you need, but I'm here to support you for anything you
Oh
need."
yeah, I love that support, man, and that's really hard, man. Because if you have one part of your family that says, "Hey, man, I believe in you. Continue, fighting for your dreams. Continue, shooting your shot." Then you have the other family that's telling you to be comfortable, to be okay to where you at right now. Kind of putting you at a cap, right? Like, why not? Why not grow at the end of the day? And I'm glad that you chose the side to believe in your dreams, man. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people would be scared and would hold back, and certain things wouldn't happen in their life because of it, right? And to see that your mom, your sister always had your back, man, I truly feel that, because my mom always has my back, my sister always have my back. I'm fortunate that my dad is a huge symbol for me, and it's I love it, man. Holy
It's the
crap.
drive. It's, at the end of the day, it's the glue. It's what sticks together. The family's always there, bro. Family's always there.
It's your foundation, right?
It literally is.
Yeah.
I mean, Ivan, let's go, man. I mean, talking about family, boom. You now leave the market basket world. You're saving money. You mean you're working. You get the job there to work with your uncle. Did you get the job? So you started there.
Yeah, I started working at this
bathroom.
place.
But did they ever give you like an actual like body shop position?
So this is the funny part, right? So I started working, cleaning the shop around, keep it cleaning,
Yeah.
and everything like that. And then one day I came to my boss and I said, "Hey, I would like to have the opportunity to be able to." I mean, remember, I have done it on my
You
own.
were doing it,
'cause-
yeah.
on my own. 'Cause I have an idea how it works, but I wanted it to learn more. So I was like, "Hey, I would like to take cars apart and try to send a bumper and stuff like that." And then he came to me and he said, "Well, I'll give you the opportunity, but I won't be able to pay you more." And I was like, it's like a school for me. You know what I mean? I want to
You
learn.
took it.
That's all I wanted.
Fire.
That's all I really wanted it.
And boom, you go and you start now working on cars.
Yeah.
Now, how long did it take you for you to feel like comfortable? Like, boom, like I
want to
this.
say at least, see, this is the thing. When you're young, you get things quick for some reason, you know?
So by like a month, you're like, dude, I'm so fucking good.
I want to say at least like 3-4 months. I start taking cars apart by myself and stuff like that. It's not the same working on a Honda and then working on a BMW because it's a whole different thing.
Clips, all
Yeah,
this,
all the stuff are different. But even like that, you know, I was not giving up. I would ask the guys, "Hey, how can I do that? How can I do this?" And it's crazy how most of the people that teach me how to do this stuff, like painting, body work, and everything, now they work for me.
Wow, that is so crazy.
I want to say something very specific. I mean, Ivan told me a story, and I want you. I'm gonna start it because I know exactly what story. I know you're gonna know exactly what story I'm talking about. The day that you walked into the spray booth and you put your hand on the spray booth,
Yeah.
and you prayed.
Yeah, that's
Tell
right.
us.
Yeah. So that was when I was a painter already.
That was when you're struggling as a painter.
Yeah,
You're tired.
I was really having. So at the shop that I was working, there was some stuff going on. So the painter decided to leave. Some of the body men have decided to leave. So they left the shop, and it was basically me and 2 more guys. That was it. And this is the biggest. I took, like, I want to say like advantage of it because I learned a lot from it, like how to be able to be in a big shop and how to be able to control everything, right? So at that time I was a painter and I was painting this car that is called 3-stage on the paint, right? So it's not like the normal paint. It's a 3-stage, so the steps are different. And every time
It's what, 3 coats of 3
Basically-
different paints that make one, right?
Yes,
Basically,
correct.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
layered.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, and those are the ones that when you kind of walk around the car, you can see
It's
like
like
Yeah.
pearlescent, yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
that is the one. So for the painter to be able to paint that the right way, it's a little bit tough.
You gotta
what I mean?
really know,
And
yeah.
remember something, I didn't have like, yes, I have people that was helping me, but I didn't actually have them for a long time that would be like, hey, this is how you do this, this, and this, and that. So it was my first 3-stage, and I didn't know really what to do. Like, I was like, damn, what I'm going to do now, you know? So I actually called my uncle and I asked him, hey, how can I do this? How can I mix and everything? He kind of
Walked you through
he
it,
kind of
yeah.
walked me through it. And I started painting that bumper, and it gives me a reaction.
oh,
And when it gives you a reaction, forget it. You have to like
You messed
let
up.
it dry. You have to send it again. You have to do primer.
so just for the people who don't understand the reactions, whenever he paints a bumper and then the paint now starts acting up and gets full of bubbles,
Correct.
and it basically damages the work that he's doing.
There's a chemical reaction once it
Yeah.
hits the bumper.
So
Something
then
was
once
mixed.
that started
Something was
happening-
mixed off. Something mixed with. It's like
Yeah, that's right. And then you got to start all over, basically. You have to start from the beginning.
But you being a newbie, like in that process, how did you feel? Like,
Well, see, this is the thing. Since I was having the opportunity from this guy, right? This is crazy, guys.
You were
I
learning on the spot.
Since I saw that, I was like, this is going to take me some good time. So I actually went and I punch out, right? I punch out because I knew I was going to take there for a while. You know what I mean? To stay, yeah.
want to, yeah.
I
And
didn't want
then-
to charge him for your learning.
For me learning, yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to punch out.
You're real
and I
for
was
doing
like,
Yeah, you're a good dude, man.
I said, okay,
I would have stole
let me-
those hours, man. I would have stole those hours. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And then I start sending down again doing the whole
Started
process.
the whole process
The whole
again.
process again.
Primer, pa.
And then when I got the bumper ready to paint it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try one more time. I start painting it. It come out good. Nice. It come out beautiful, bro. Oh. And this is the time that when that happened, I was in the spray booth and I literally started crying. And I was like, thanks God for giving me that skill, you know what I mean, to be able to get
Thanks
this
for
done.
showing me that I can do this.
Yeah, and I was like, I was in the spray booth, I was praying. I started crying like a little kid in there, you know, but I was actually happy. Sometimes I would have stayed there working until 10 or 11 at night without getting paid, but I just wanted it to learn.
That's a fact, because we would call Ivan and we'd be like, yo, Ivan, where are you? He's like, yo, I'm at the shop, man. I'm just painting some cars. We're like, bro, what are you doing, bro? I'm just painting cars. We just go pull up and Ivan's just there chilling, painting cars and doing his thing.
And it's every single day I was learning something new. That was the thing.
And the best part was he told me this, man. And I called him and he goes, Rich, the day, so for just fast forward now, we're going to go back, but we're going to fast forward real quick. The building that he's talking about right now, that he walked in as an employee and they wanted him to clean that bathroom, he now works in there and he owns the whole shop that runs inside that building.
That is right.
Which is
and
nuts.
The day that he prayed and he put his hand, he goes and says, God, one day I'm going to own this place and I'm going to own this booth.
And that's pretty good, yeah.
And today, look where he's at, bro.
Owns
Look how
that
crazy
exact
that
place.
is.
Come on, man.
It's insane, bro. It's insane.
God works in wonderful ways, man.
Yeah, and that is right. Actually, I was, you know, Richie was one of those persons that I actually told him, and this is a while ago too.
I have a good memory, Ivan.
Yeah, you do.
Especially with special things like that, bro. Because at the end of the day, Ivan, you always been that person that's been older than me. You've been that older like person I looked up to and talked to and always gave me advices. And you always been that hustler, man. And I've always involved myself with people who are doing what you're doing and tried to get advices from people that are ahead of me. And you always told me, man, have faith. Have faith. Before you want to do anything, make sure you have faith and you believe in God and you believe in yourself. Because if you don't have faith and you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to go anywhere. And for our listeners, guys, look at this. It's amazing, the story and everything that he does.
That is right.
Hell yeah.
Man, I thought it was so cool how when he was able to, you know, paint that bumper and how he, thank God that he was able to do that, because at that moment it was like a growth sprout right there. You know what I mean? It's like something new was planted, you know, that day. You know,
he unlocked a mission.
He unlocked a mission. You know what I mean, dude? He unlocked the doors that we always talk about, bro. You know what I mean, dude? That extra door that if you don't take that extra
the risk is taking that risk. Just,
yeah.
He had two options there. He could have either been like, I don't know how to do this, and said to his boss, I'm not going to do it.
And what did he risk? He risked his time. He risked his pay.
Literally.
You know, he punched himself out, you know, just to work his ass off, just to be the man who he is today, man.
So,
honestly.
I mean, amazing, bro. I mean, I love everything that you've done. I mean, why auto body? Why did you choose the auto body world? What drove you into that world?
So this is the thing.
Besides, like your uncle kind of having that shop and all.
Yeah.
But I mean, that and you know,
family was always around cars. You know what I mean, that they were fixing like mechanical and stuff like that. The thing is this: once I was painting cars and I look at how shiny. That's one of the reasons why I kind of say I wanna, you know.
So you basically fell in love with like that whole like you had when you had that moment where you said like you basically like had that emotion come over you and you were like, bro, this is so beautiful. I can't believe I just did this. You fell in love with that whole process of even seeing the paint. Like once it's done, you're like, wow, I did that. Like holy cow.
Yeah, and another thing is like an example, right? We all have cars here. We're all driving, and what happens when you get into a car accident? You're sad.
So sad,
right? And then I like to see that smile on the customer when they come and they pick up the car, and I always like to do something extra on their cars too. You know what I mean? So the customer can notice and be like, "Oh my God, that got done," but it was not paid by the insurance, so I never say I want to get that done.
That's
an
dope.
example. That was like the headlights. You know, when they're coming like yellow, we clear them or we kind of just buff them out, make it look nice, and customers are like, "Oh, that's a big difference."
It makes a difference.
Yeah, and I just like that smile on my customers when they're happy to pick up their car.
It's showing you care, dude.
It's that extra mile that you take just to make them happy, right?
Dude, and I say, I'm back for cutting you off, and I say this out of experience. Like when it was what, like a couple months ago, when my car literally someone ran under me and I had that whole process. Like I was telling the guys, you made it so easy, bro, from beginning to end. Like the guy that you have working for you, like your whole crew, bro. Like everyone's so nice. Like your receptionist, like everybody from beginning to end, there was zero problems, bro. It was amazing. It was so dope.
Thank you, bro. That's good to hear.
Yeah, 100%, dude. And I also had experience with him as well. You know, I was unfortunate. I crashed on this old guy, man. I'm an idiot, but you know, unfortunately, we had to build the car back up and all that stuff. But after that, you know, he cleaned my car, full detail and everything. Brought it back spotless, just like new, man. Damn, bro, we're lucky to have you, my G.
Ivan, I want to actually bring that apart because that's the biggest thing, and I think that Ivan, every business owner has that one thing that differs, like that makes them different from the other ones and makes them succeed. And for a lot of people that don't know, Ivan, throughout his process of owning a small body shop here in Framingham and then going to the mall.
So we are going to be actually changing the name of it. It's going to be Solutions Auto Body.
Solutions Auto
Yeah.
Body.
So, guys, I mean, throughout that whole process, I mean, Ivan went from a little tiny shop to now having a huge shop.
His own business.
And the biggest thing that Ivan always did that made him different was his relationship with the customers on like a one-to-one. Like every customer had a cell phone. Every customer, if they needed
That's
something,
right.
they called him and they talked to him. And then you tried to, when he first started adding employees such as receptionists and people like that, added me as a manager into his shop, people would come to the shop and be like, can I talk to Ivan? I'd be like, no, I can assist you. He's busy. No, I only want to talk to Ivan.
Yeah.
So like it's hard, and that was what he suffered the most, was just detaching himself sometimes from
Delegating some things,
because you got to
yeah.
delegate it now to other people who are going to take care of it.
Especially if you want to grow and start, you know, putting your ideas and thoughts into different things
Into
that can
different
grow
things.
the business. You know, you need to detach that and let other people take over.
Exactly.
You just got to create the right team,
But at the end of the day, man,
you got a
seeing
good
that
team, man.
relationship that you had with your customers in one-to-one is truly why you built the business where you are today, Ivan. It's awesome to see.
In one thing that it's crazy, guys, is that when I got my first bad review at the shop, okay, I was the first one I got.
At the one you're at right now.
Yeah, it was one that I had. All right, so they put a bad review, and I didn't know this customer. So when I looked it up and I
what the
read
heck?
it was a bad review, but we actually did the car at the shop. So I took my time to go actually drive to their house, and I asked them, "Hey, I'm actually the owner of the shop, and I would like to ask you what actually happened." And they were like, "Oh yeah, well the people in the office, this and that. This is not the same team that I have now. This is almost in 2019, basically." And she was like, "I really didn't like how you guys did this and that." And I was like, "Okay, would you allow me to get your rental? I'll bring it to you here. I'll take your car. I'll fix it, and then I'll bring it back to you. I'll bring it back to you, and I'll take the rental." And then she was like, "Will you really do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I will do that." So I did it. I actually went to Enterprise, get the rental, brought it to her house, pick up her car, bring it to the shop, and got it done in the same day.
Wow.
When I brought the car back, I remember I didn't even ask her to remove the review, you know. And right when I was about to walk out from, you know, her house, she was like, "Hey, Ivan, by the way, I really want to say thank you for the service that you just did, and I'm actually going to remove that review that I gave you. I'm gonna give you a good one, and it's still there.
Let's go!
That's awesome.
And it's crazy because it's insane. If you look at the reviews that we have, it's nothing bad.
Yeah,
All
that's
the reviews are
amazing,
good.
bro. Dude, but it goes to show how much you actually care, dude. It's not even about like the review necessarily. You're like, dude, this person had a bad experience. I don't want them to have a bad experience over here. We're not about that. That's not what we are. So you went there and you literally, that's a beautiful, bro.
Dude, at the end of the day, for a business to grow, for a business to be successful, he needs the trust of his customer, you know. You know, he needs that bond. They need that connection, bro. Because if you're not, you know, you're never gonna get business, and business is never gonna come
and
back.
I'm sure every time now that like something happens where it has to relate it to like the auto body or whatever, she's gonna be like, "No, you have to go to Ivan. Ivan is the guy," and I guarantee you they'll fight for you to the end.
Exactly. What you did probably brought 5 to 10 people back to your shop.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no cheaper and there's no better advertisement than word to mouth.
Yeah, like you might have had someone actually. So there was a guy, Faraz, the dude that came with Rob Font with the MMA podcast. He hit me up when they asking for your I don't know if he ended up going to you or not, but he hit me up. He's like, "Oh, can you send me Ivan's information? I just got into a little fender bender. I want to stop." I was like, "Yeah, here you go, bro." I don't know if he ever did, but
Probably, bro. We've been getting people from the
Everywhere.
podcast over there, you know, and
That's
they're like,
so
"Yeah,
dope,
we're
bro.
coming from here," you know. And I'm like, "Oh, every day, guys, I'm getting new customers that I never seen them before, you know." And when they come, it's like, "Who's Ivan?" I think you were at the office the other day, right? When this person was talking to me, like, oh, so you're actually the
Oh,
owner?
yeah, I saw
right?
that. I saw
and,
that.
And they're like, we were expecting somebody, you know, probably taller.
The way we talk about Ivan, they're like, yo, this guy's like a fucking gorilla.
Right? They're expecting somebody, you know, older or something. And it's just like, when my appraiser is at the front, they're like, oh, so you're Ivan? And they're like, no, I'm not Ivan. That's Ivan right there. The little kid right there walking around.
That's hilarious, bro. The young crowd taking over.
Yeah, I want to hear something. Listen, we're all car lovers here. I mean, Ivan, what was your first car, bro?
Toyota Celica.
I remember that.
1992.
Which one though? Which one though?
It was the
one?
coupe, right?
Huh?
It was the coupe.
It was 2 doors.
It was
a
two doors,
coupe,
yeah.
Was it the one that kind of looked like a Supra a little bit?
No, I
no,
remember
no.
it was blue, wasn't it?
No, that was another one. So
Oh.
the first one that I have, the headlights actually goes up and down. You remember the
Oh,
black one?
shit.
That was my first car, right? And I actually bought that from my dad. And it cost me $400.
Dude, those
No
cars
way.
were little rockets though. Those things were fast.
Sounds like a good price.
Eric, what was your first car?
My first car?
Yeah.
It was a Honda Civic.
Honda Civic?
Oh, wait.
Mine was a 05.
Yeah.
Honda Accord. No, mine was a Camry. Toyota Camry. Toyota Camry 94. Kaya Roach's car.
Dude, 05. I would have probably still had that car to the day if I beat her if somebody didn't hit me and like total it.
Pietra's in the chat. Thank you
Yo.
so much. Let's
So-
go. Carolina's in the chat.
So what, even though you're, 5-star, excellent, customer service, have you ever ran into like, a really, really, really bad customer experience? Like one of your worst
Oh,
ones?
yeah.
What's a crazy story you could tell us?
A customer that when she dropped off her car, right, she was like, I want to get this done, this and that and that. And I was like, okay, no problem. I'll take pictures. Actually, I didn't take pictures at that time. I was like, okay, I'll do an estimate for you and I'll get you an estimate. So I actually did. And she actually, dropped off her car. We did the job and everything. And as soon as she came back to pick up her car, she literally went to the scratches. And you're like, oh, that was in here? Oh, that was in here? Oh, what about this dent here? And I was like, oh,
Have a
shit.
chair, I have a chair.
remember it was there when you actually drop it off. But I didn't have proofs. There was no pictures.
Oh man.
So since that, I was like, I need to get a system where we always going to take pictures of the car
Immediately when the
before
car
it
comes
goes
in.
into my shop. You know what I mean?
Did you have to end up fixing those?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I ended up painting the whole car for her.
No way.
Yeah. I ended up doing that. Yeah. And the worst thing is that it was somebody from church. You know what I mean? So I didn't,
Come
yeah.
on. So they were literally like,
Yeah, bro. But you know what? At the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I want
You
her
live and
to
you
be
learn,
happy.
right?
Yeah. And I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson from it.
exactly.
You know?
So that's a blessing.
I mean,
Hey,
it
that's
covered
right.
it covered a loophole in his business,
Literally,
like
yeah.
little by little
Hey,
as you're growing.
basically, I take it this way. She already paid back. She's been at my shop 3 times already. So she paid it back in
Exactly.
insurance
Yeah,
favor.
literally. There you go.
She's the top driver.
That's it.
Whoa.
I have a question for. I mean, out of all the brands that you deal with, right? Because you work with every brand, bro. Which one's the most annoying?
Every
one to work
manufacturer.
with?
Mini Coopers.
What? For real?
Yeah, for real.
Bro,
Why? Mini Coopers.
Yo, I hear that.
I never
from-
expected
yeah.
that one as an
Yeah,
answer.
Yeah, I
Why?
know, right? But guess what?
Mini
Mini
Cooper.
Coopers, yeah, Mini Coopers are really tough when you're going to take it apart and stuff like that. Yeah,
they're
you need to
tiny.
have. Yeah, they're tiny, but
Oh,
guess
you
what?
need like a little wrench and shit.
It's the pieces are all,
Bro,
they all
yes,
break and
it's
shit,
the
right?
the type of tools that you need to use for it. You know what I mean? So it's funny. Anybody will spec like a BMW, a Mercedes. No, we can take those car apart with our eyes closed. But not Mini Cooper. Sometimes they can be a pain in the ass.
He goes, but not Mini
Not
Cooper.
Mini Coopers.
Even mechanicals. Even mechanic people don't want to kind of mess with it.
Yeah,
you know?
because they know.
Yeah.
Is
they
it
say just
because
bring
all
it to
the parts
dealership.
are really tight together?
No,
or-
it's just the type of
It has custom like tools basically to
tools
take
that you
shit
need to
out.
use on it,
custom
yeah.
bits,
some
custom
China
ratchets.
shit, right?
Yeah.
Some China shit.
Yo, so would you say not just with like how Mini Cooper is the hardest, but would you say in general being in the body shop industry, like because I heard mechanics they talk about it a lot, how it's harder not to be a mechanic, how it's more, you have to do more and you're receiving less. Because there's all these electronics and all these new fucking systems of how to attach this and how to connect this and make sure this is aligned and this electronic has to connect to this for this to work. And
Oh yeah, bro. Take a look at this, right? This actually happened on Monday. We had a car that we would it got rear-ended, right? And we replaced the tailgate and the rear bumper. And we removed those parts, and then when we put it back together and everything, we have to recalibrate the car, right?
Because the sensors and all that.
Sensors and all that stuff. So we're still working on that right now to have it calibrated. We gotta either send it to the dealership or people usually comes into our shop and get it done. So I went to another shop, friend of mine who he's a mechanic. And he's really good with electrical stuff, you know what I mean? So I asked him, hey, will you be able to plug your computer? For some reason, mine is not doing it on this car. And he said, Ivan, I'm having a headache with this brand new 2023, I think it was a BMW that he was working on. Bro, he replaced the battery. And just by replacing the battery, it needs to be recalibrated.
Oh my god!
Just by replacing the battery,
Because all the computer
The
system.
whole car, because it's all connected to the battery, and the battery
he was
and
pissed. He was mad just because of the
bet.
battery. I mean, can you imagine how much you charge to replace a battery, and now you have to go through this whole steps?
like
because
your
of
whole
that?
day just to
Yeah.
freaking.
I mean, Ivan, we talk, man, a lot about, of course, chasing life, making shit happen, chasing the money, chasing, again, your financial success, your career success. Family we talked about in the beginning, but now I want to hear about the family you're building, right? Because now you're getting older, you're building your own family. You know, we got Mariana, we got our two
Yeah.
little boys. Like, let us know. Tell.
Family, bro. That's the best part of it.
What are
you
the
know.
names, boys?
Yeah, I got two boys. One is Joshua, and the other one is Daniel.
Ages?
One is 3, and the other one is 2.
Okay.
And of course, Mariana, my wife.
Shout out to Mariana. She's probably watching us live.
Everybody watching somewhere in there. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I'll tell you.
Mariana's watching us. She said hi.
Well, let me tell you. Can I actually say
Of
when I
course.
met her? and
Yeah,
everything?
let's hear it.
Please.
So I was in Marlboro. Okay.
Ooh.
And remember my shop over there?
Yeah.
The big office and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah.
Yeah. So I was in Marlboro, and I saw this beautiful woman coming through the door with her boyfriend. How's that, guys?
I miss that just because there's a goal.
With
It's
her boyfriend, okay? And I'm talking about somebody like this. Somebody that was like this, and he was tall. This guy was tall.
like that. Yo, guys, when Evan says someone like he means like a nice, tall, muscular dude, you know?
Yeah, bro. But when I saw her coming through that door, and I was like, wow, she's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just that thing when you get
The connection.
yeah,
Cupid's
right
arrow
to the
hit you.
heart. You know what I mean? And at the time, I had a girlfriend too. You know, so it was kind of weird, but even like that, my things were not good with that girl. Yeah,
Sometimes the
you about to
connection.
say something. So the thing is, yeah, that's right.
some romantic music.
Let's go way back. He knows
She
this.
came in. Wait, fix it. She came in. He looked at her.
Richie, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again.
So, well, she came in, you know, and she said, "Hey, I need an estimate. A truck driver hit my mirror, and I need
an estimate.
right?" And I was like, "Sure," you know. So I kind of gave her an estimate and everything, and she left. Then she got the approval by the guy who hit her, right, on the mirror, and then she came back and. I was like, okay, we're going to put the mirror for you and everything. Actually, there's a video on YouTube of this too when I met her and everything. It's crazy. And then I was like, hey, my painter at that time, I used to call him Chino, right? So Chino, I was like, Chino, listen, I'm going to mix the paint, but you're going to paint it and then you put it on the car. But what I was going to do is I wanted to see her again. So I actually went and mixed the paint wrong. So the paint would be wrong. But the thing is this, right? When she came back the second time, she came by herself.
She's dying laughing over here.
She came by herself, all right? So the first time to get the estimate, she came with a boyfriend. And then the second time
By herself.
to get the car repaired, she didn't come with this guy. So I was like, hey, listen, I'm actually going to get out something to eat. Would you like to come with me, right? And then she was like, yeah, sure. So we went out to eat tomorrow. And I started, I know, right? I started asking, hey, what do you like? What is your favorite thing? This and that. And we were just talking. And
Have a chair. I have
she's
a
going to
chair.
laugh about this. Bro, she she was skinny, but she eats a lot. Holy shoot, she was skinny. All right, so this is the thing. She was grabbing one plate, and then she was saying, "I grab another plate." We were at a Chinese restaurant, right? And I was there. You know, when you're first date with somebody, you're like, you don't want to eat that much because you don't want to talk more. And I was like, wow, she does eat a lot. But I was like, where's all that food goes to? Because she was so skinny and beautiful, you know?
Bro, that is sick, bro.
So I was like, wow, I'm really in love.
Stop!
So,
That's so nice.
Bro,
That's so
true
dope.
love since the first moment.
yeah, so this is the thing, bro. After that, right? So we start talking and everything, and then we came back to the shop. Of course, the mirror was all messed up, and then Sheena goes, yo, the paint is all messed up. Like, it's not the right one. And I'm like, don't worry, let's put it on her car. And anyway, she's going to come back later on, too. So we put it on her car. And guess what?
She liked the paint.
A year goes by. A whole year.
She never came back.
No, she was supposed to come back. But the thing is that she owned her business at that time.
Yeah.
And now this is the thing. Mariana was only for, less than a year in the United States.
Yeah.
And she already owns her business of cleaning business.
Yeah.
And she was so busy that she couldn't come to the shop.
Yeah.
So,
So your plan didn't work.
a year later, bro, she's my marriage. My wife not.
It worked, bro.
But when was the paint supposed to go bad?
No, he sprayed the wrong paint on the mirror and put the mirror.
A year later.
Oh,
you know,
only
she
a
came
year
back.
later, she came.
Yeah.
What happened when she came back?
He was planting the seed. You
You
feel
didn't
me?
slide in her DMs after that? Nothing.
No, bro.
During that time, there was
Oh, but
no
tell me.
DMs.
Oh, it was Facebook
She comes
Messenger.
back.
So to mention that, right? A year later, of course, she's not with the boyfriend anymore.
Yeah.
And I was
And you're
having-
single, too?
I was not yet, but I was about to.
I was like, I'll figure it out.
I was working on it.
He had one foot out the door.
Yeah, no, things were not good with
Yeah.
this ex-girlfriend that I have. Things were not good at all. And then she actually came back and then she said, hey, you know, I'm actually losing kind of my business because newer people that are coming in are
doing cheap work.
cheaper work and
Way too
everything.
much,
And
yeah.
she was like a subcontractor, so they were not giving her much work.
Yeah.
And then I was like, so she told me, you know, I was like, hey, I'm actually looking for somebody to work in the office. I need like a secretary at the shop. And at that time, I was having a lot of work. Like
You were busy.
I was busy.
That was right before I started with you.
Right. This
Yeah.
is in Marlboro.
Yeah, yeah.
So, oh yeah, you
This is
started
right
over there
before I
too.
started. I started like a few months after Mariana had started.
Yes, that's right. So we kind of talk about it and everything, but then she didn't come back at that time. And then one day, bro, it was somewhere around like 8 or 9, and I was in the office and I was like, I got so much work. I haven't been able to get back to my customers because I really can't. You know what I mean? And it was just like I was working downstairs with the guys, and then I would go upstairs to order parts and talk to the insurance and all this. It was just driving me crazy.
Yeah, you put too much on your plate at that time, huh?
I was, yeah. And then that night, I was praying, and I was asking God that I needed somebody to be next to me, but I was like somebody that I can actually trust, because she was going to be able to see all my numbers.
Someone you can rely on.
Yes, you know what I mean? Like a right hand, basically. And I was praying that night. And guys, this is crazy, right? Right when I finished praying, like less than a minute, Mariana called me. Okay. And Mariana says, hey, I was supposed to have an interview with Maple Street. It was right in that street.
Oh my God.
Auto sales, I
Yeah,
think it
right
was.
next door.
Yeah. And then she was like, but the guy is not here. So I'm going back home. But I wanted to ask, do you still need somebody to come into work?
Wow.
And I was like, what's the word, bro? Hell yeah.
Shema.
Yeah, Shama. Shama. So I was like, yeah, come on. I did the interview that night and
Before
everything.
she walked in for the interview, I even called the girlfriend. We're breaking up.
We're done.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah,
have
bro.
to watch.
And then she started working. Oh, she was just working. Bro, it was like this. She was a homegirl, basically. You know what I mean? She was a keeper. She was working all the time. She was doing this, doing that. And I was like, nah, this is the girl I want.
You're like, I
for the
can't
rest
let
of my
her
life.
escape. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I saw her just working hard and stepping up on the business.
You saw
and
her
everything.
work ethic. You saw her responsibility. You saw her drive. You saw her discipline. You saw all of that, and that's what basically built the trust that you put on her.
Yeah, a lot of it, bro. And then it was just, we start talking and everything, and then things kind of.
And you thought she was beautiful. Ivan's like, full package, done deal.
Everything, man. Oh yeah. So since that, we start, dating and
Kicking it
everything,
off, yeah.
and look at us now. We got 2 kids.
Mariana goes, não precisava de tanto detalhe. You did not need to put so much details.
It's okay.
But then she goes, laughing, and then a bunch of heart faces.
Show me.
Hey, man.
This story is so
That's
beautiful,
awesome,
man. This
man.
is so amazing to hear, dude.
And
Yeah, bro. And we've been about 6 years now, and I say
2
to
kids.
her, hey, let's look back where we were 3-4 years ago. What we had and what we have now. It's crazy.
That's very important, man.
That's the question I was going to ask. I mean, if you looked, 10 years ago, Ivan, did he imagine you being where you are today?
No, bro. It's
Can't even.
You're even further than what you thought.
Oh yeah. That's a big difference. You know what I mean? Because I was always thinking kind of small. You know what I mean? I never thought I was going to be in that shop and be the owner of it too. Never in my life. I was
Yeah.
like, this is too big for me. So I don't know if I can kind of tell my testimony how everything started actually, if I can. Yeah, from Marlboro Auto Spa and everything.
Hell yeah, we even
Remember?
have the pictures. I actually want to, can we put up those pictures real quick? I want to show those as
Yeah.
you go.
So when I started the business, guys, it was not
in the
called
middle.
Ivan's Collision Center, right?
Centraliza ahí.
It was not Collision Center. It was actually Marlboro Auto Spa, all right?
I remember
so, yeah,
Cartão da Marlboro.
that's when I started it, right? So that's actually when...
He's going to fix it real quick. He's
yeah,
gonna change
that's
it,
actually
put-
when we did the grand opening
Yeah.
here in
I'm
Framingham.
there.
Yeah, Rich is right there too.
His most recent
And that's
shop.
the one that we were in Marlboro too, but that's already Ivan's Collision Center. So
That was right.
it's
That
not-
was right at the end of that shop
yes,
when you
that was
switched.
at the end of it, yeah. But there's another one that says Marlboro Auto Spa.
Cusigaliano?
Damn, those cars got fucked up, huh?
No, yeah, bro.
Huh?
Every car that gets at the shop, they get like that. So yeah, the one in Marlboro Auto Spa, guys, is just crazy how I started it with that, right?
Yeah, that's the one in Marlboro.
Yeah, that's the one in Marlboro, but it's still not that
Look
one.
at that snow.
Mudei.
That was actually my last year being in Marlboro, right? And as you can guys see that, the shop was not big enough. We have so many cars. And that's one of the reasons why
You
I
had
kind
to
of moved
move.
out of there, because there was no space to put the cars anymore, But just for you guys to know, I don't know if Richie knows this, but when I started my business, basically when I started it, I moved
like the first
for the first time. Yeah. I actually moved from 5 places, and I got kicked out most of them.
From 5 different places you were jumping around.
Yeah, I was jumping
Wow.
around, bro. Yeah, so,
So
that's,
wait,
that's
why-
basically my testimony. That's
Why
what
were
I
they
want to talk
kicking you
about.
out?
So let's see if we can find that.
So ready? Yeah, let's go through that story. So let us tell us about
course.
that.
All right, Market Basket, correct? Then I went back to Irving Street.
Market Basket. Look at that. Oh, is that Market Basket?
No, that's actually at the shop too, on my birthday time. So, and then when I was working at that place, Pasquale kind of screwed up on something, and Irving Street was closed, so Final Finish took over, and I started working for Final Finish. But then at the time, this guy was opening a dealership in Marlboro, right? In the college over there, as you know, U.S. Motorsport. Yeah. In Marlboro,
Really?
yeah. So when I was a painter in here in Framingham and Irving Street, this guy come up to me and says, hey, would you like to have your own business? Would you like to kind of start, your own thing and everything? And it was a big step for me. I was like, should I or should I not? Because when I was a painter, I was making good money, and I don't have to worry about nothing. You know what I mean? But now to start your own business without having experience of it, should I give it a try or should I not? You know what I mean? And then
which was that spot right there.
it was that spot right there, yeah. So that was in Maple Street too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started it there, and this is the thing. Before I say yes to this guy, I was like, let me think about it, right? So that weekend, I went out with some friends. We went out on his boat fishing, and I asked my friend. He has his own business, right? And I asked him, bro, what do you think about me trying to doing this and that? I know how to do paint and body work and this, and you think I should give it a try? And what he says to me is like, Ivan, if I throw you on this water right now in the ocean, are you going to let yourself sink and die, or are you going to swim and try to get to the land? And I'm like, I'm going to try to swim and get to the land. And he said like, then give it a try.
That's how the
Risk it.
business is.
Give it a try, man. And I was like, man, just one comment from one person opened up my mind. You know what I mean? And I was like, this is all I need to hear. So I say to the guy, yeah, let's do it, you know? So, of course, when you're going to start a new business and everything, they ask for the first, last, and deposit. So I have to come up with some money. And I give him the money cash, right? So we started over there in Marlboro. If you guys go by Marlboro, right in the front of Ford,
yeah.
If you guys look at that building, it's the same colors as mine, because those are my favorite colors, red, gray, and white. And then we painted it the same color and everything. So I started over there, right? And things were good for like, 5-6 months. But this is the thing. Even my friends were asking my mom, is Ivan dead or something? Because nobody knew. The thing is this, guys, paint. It was a dealership. So the only way I could have painted was at nighttime. So we don't get caught, right?
Wow, back in the days in the struggle.
Yes. So
there was no like the booth where you did the ventilation and all that
and
stuff.
then
Yeah.
somebody will, yeah. Yeah, I used to throw water on the floor. That's right. So
The dust,
yeah, because of dust and everything. And then not just that, but if the town would have found out that we were painting, we would have get big time. It would be a big fine.
Big fine, yeah.
So I used to go like 10 at night, and I would get out of there by 3 or 4 in the morning. Then I
Wow.
would go home, sleep, and then I would wake up by 8 or 9 to go back to work at the dealership to try to sell some cars.
What?
Yeah, bro. There's a thing that you didn't know, huh? I never told you that.
He
Yeah.
was a car salesman.
Yeah.
That is
Shama.
crazy.
Shama.
Dude. Wow. Ivan.
So when I started doing that, bro, and it was like, okay, the 5-6 months, things were going good at the dealership there, until the time that I guess that it was almost Christmas time, right? And then this guy come and he has a whole bag of money, and he's like, okay, well, let's count how much we got here, and we start like, I was going crazy. I was like, damn. 100, 20, And I was like, I'm taking some big bonuses this night. That's what I really thought, And when I start counting the money, bro, I was like, okay, so what are we doing with this? Like, what's my half? What's your half? I mean, we're partnership with the business and everything. He's like, well, at the beginning of the business, you don't take nothing. Everything is going to be invested into the business.
Yeah, you reinvested.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, but
I still need something.
I need something because I wasn't taking what I should be taking a weekly.
You just wanted a salary.
And I'm working more than what I was working before, and I'm making less basically, So he goes, well, that's if you like it. If not, you can leave. And I was like, really?
Wow.
What do you mean? And you know who I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
let's keep that name away.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we're not bringing up names and stuff like that. But this is like when I was like, okay, well, if I leave here, I'm going to take my stuff. And you were like, what stuff? And I was like, well, what about the money that I gave you, and what about the things that I have put in here, right? And they were like, well, is there anything on paper?
There's no record.
Oh my god.
And I got hit big, bro. Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, wow. I learned a big lesson that every time you do something, you know what I mean? It has to be a paper in it, in between, right? That was my learn from that. So
And that's why obviously Center signed a contract with Hip Podcast.
and then I went through that, bro, in Christmas time. Okay, so basically things didn't go well. I'm not going to go into too much details on it, but I have to leave the place, and I didn't have nowhere to go. And this was almost on Christmas even. So a guy who was picking up a car, he owns a dealership. He came to me and he said, Ivan, what's wrong with you? You're not too happy. He saw that I was different.
He could tell you.
Yeah, he could tell. And then I was like, yeah, bro, this is happening. I'm not going to be able to do your cars anymore and everything. I don't know if you saw a picture there of the cars that we're going through. So he's the owner of those cars. And he was the only one that was giving me like this beautiful cars. And he was keeping me
afloat
in business.
You know what I mean? So he say, come to me. Come with me. I'm going to bring you to another place where maybe this guy can rent you out a place. right? For you to stay there. I was like, okay, let's go. So right by McDonald's, right in the front of it, they were building some stuff in there.
Oh, the one in Marlboro.
Yeah, the one in Marlboro. So those places there, I met the owner. And he said, well, I do have a garage that I'm not renting out, but you know what? I'll give it to you. Just give me $800. I'll include everything. Electricity, water, and everything.
Dope.
I was like, damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was my beginning. But guess what? I have to tell him that I couldn't give him the $800 at the beginning. Because when I got out of that place,
You're broke.
They took
I
everything.
only have, guys, this is crazy. I only have $300 in my pocket.
Wow.
$300.
Wow.
Okay? Because everything I was doing,
You
I
invested it
invested
into
it
that.
into this, and then I'm getting out of there with nothing, basically. You know what I mean? With nothing. But I didn't give up. I was like, I'm gonna keep trying. And one of the things is when this guy handed me the key, I started praying again. You know, saying, God, thank you for opening
Another door for me.
another door for me, and be here with me, help me out to be able to, you know, to come up with this. But guys, I got the place, and guess what? There was nothing registered, no name, no nothing,
You had no business, no nothing yet.
nothing. So I started asking friends, right, that owns businesses,
How do I open a business?
and some of them will say, wait a minute, you can't open a business. Some of them were like, yeah, just do it this way, or go to this person. But of course, every time you go on business, open a business, they will charge you for it, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I'm going to have to start with something. So one day I brought my mom to a spot in Marlboro, and she was doing her hair, and I was sitting on the parking lot, right? And I see these girls going inside with their hair all messed up and everything, and they would come out. They were looking beautiful. And I look at the name, I was like, this is a spot. So then I think, and I was like, a car that goes in that's dirty and it comes out shiny. So that's why I call it Marlboro Auto Spot. And I come up with that name, right? So then I started, and I registered in the state. And that was the first name where I was only allowed to have 4 cars. So I went around the dealerships, and I was like, hey, would I be able to get some work from you guys, you know, to do detail, this and that? And I started grabbing a lot of cars. So I got to the point that I was having more than 10 cars. So guess what? My neighbors wasn't liking it.
No, because you're parking a bunch of cars outside.
People that was renting there hated it
Because there was too many cars.
because there was too many cars. So guess what? They ended up kicking me out. Because every time they were like, Ivan, we're telling you it's only 4 cars and you're having more than 4 cars here. And you can't keep doing this. And the thing is, every time 2 would leave, 3 will come back, and 4, and it would just coming. You know what I mean?
Busy.
So it's great. It was great. And I was like, okay, then I got to look for another place. Well, at the end of the day, I end up in Ashland. I think we actually have a picture of that too.
Of the Ashland shop?
Yeah, the Ashland shop. There was, that one right there. It was a bodywork collision. And this is about between 16, I think it was like 2015 and 16. It was that time. This is when at this body shop, the guy needed a lot of help. But the main thing there was the appraisal. Somebody to actually go up there, look at the car. But for you to be able to do that, you need to have a license, right?
You need to be certified.
Yeah, you need to be certified for it. So, of course, again, I was like, hey, I'm going to give it a try and go on Mass Bay and get it done. And guess what? I ended up getting it. But to get that, it wasn't easy. Why is that? I started going to the classes, right? And then actually the teacher there was like, so what do you... One of the teachers that was giving the class were like, so what are you trying to do? And I was like, yeah, I want to get my degree and this and that and that. And they were like, okay, so how's your status in the United States and everything? I was like, I have only passport. And they were like, well, you can't really do much. You know, you can't.
You're limited.
You're
limited.
Graduating from it, right? And that got my hopes down. And then I stopped going. Basically, I stopped going. And then the teacher that was actually giving us that class called me and said, Ivan, how come you're not coming anymore? And I said, well, because of this, and that, and I can't keep going. You know, I'm illegal in the country, and I can. And they were like, that's a big lie. You can still get your thing here. The only one that you can't get until you get your social is the state one. But you can get this class done in the meantime.
Yeah.
And then you can get ready for the other one. And I was like, okay. So I kept going. and I end up getting my the certificate for it. And then at that shop, I start doing, estimates and
Appraisals
everything.
and all.
But the thing is, at the same time, I have my own customers. So I told the guy there, you know what? Let's do something. Let's become partnerships, and I'll give you whatever you want for the shop for half of it, and then we become partnership. And he was like, sure, just give me this amount, and then you become partnership with me. I'm like, okay. Here's the biggest problem again: no paper.
No documentation.
Because
But this time, what were you just like I gotta do this, so you just did it?
Yeah, because this is the thing. I didn't have a place where to work.
So you just
to
needed
get
to
my
get it-
cars and everything. So it
Hell
was
yeah,
like,
and you had a huge bunch of customers calling you. You're missing out on money
it's
every
a-
day.
a
It's just
time-
like,
it was a
Yeah.
time
I gotta
thing.
solve this problem.
And another thing is like, okay, let's see how it goes. We kind of let go. No
Yeah.
problem, right? All right. So I was doing it, and then the problem is that his customers started looking for me, and this is where the problem
damn.
started. When
Because they didn't want to go to him anymore.
yes,
Conflict
and
of
then they
interest,
wanted
buddy.
and this is like in his own shop.
Yeah.
And the customers, it was like, well, he was never there too, but they were always looking for me, and they were like, no, we want to get the job done with Ivan. So he got pissed.
Yeah.
He got pissed off, and he said, you know what? I want you out of here.
Kicked out again.
And got
Third
kicked out again.
times.
Yes, got kicked out again.
Wow.
And then I went to another place here in Framingham by,
Yes.
remember?
Yes.
Yes. That
Right
was-
behind your house.
Yes, right behind my house.
Was that in front of Suburban?
Right next
Oh,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah, I know that one.
So I was there again, and the same problem. I couldn't paint.
Yes.
Remember?
I was already with you at that
Yeah.
time. I was
Still
already
both.
So I couldn't paint. That was a problem. I couldn't paint during, day hours.
commercial hours. You could only paint at night.
Yeah. So the same thing. I would get cars ready in the morning and
Yeah, we
do
would
the body
prep all
work,
the
prep
cars
them and
during the
everything.
day.
And I was getting cars from, remember the dealerships and everything. I was getting.
I was working at the dealership at the time, so I would get you work, and then I
Yes.
would go and hit up my other boys at different dealerships, and then I kind of did like a little partnership with him where he started paying me a commission for like everything I was doing.
Fire.
Yes, that's
It
right.
was fire.
So the same thing, I would have to come in at night, paint the cars at night, and it was just at the beginning. At the beginning, it was fine because I was kind of like getting into it and everything.
yeah.
But I think at the end, guys, like doing this every day at nighttime and then in the morning wake up again, it was getting me tired.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It got
was
to the
draining
point
you.
that
You were
I'm
getting
like,
frustrated at that shop. You were this close to giving up on the
Giving up,
whole
right.
body shop
Yeah.
thing
That's
because
right.
I remember you're like, Rich, bro, I can't do this anymore. You're like, I'm gonna quit, and I was like, Ivan, what do you mean, bro? Like, what? I was like, well, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're not quitting. I was like,
Yeah.
you're not quitting. He's like, nah, bro. Like, I need to find. I'm gonna go sell cars. He was like, I'm gonna go find a place I can find a car license and sell cars. I was like, no, Ivan, listen, you're good at this. You have so many people after you. Don't
Keep
give
doing
up.
it.
Keep going. And then I actually disconnected from him because the dealership went with a different body shop after for a time. I came back. Ivan was already now.
yeah. And then after there, of course, things got worse because I was getting a lot of work again. That was my biggest problem. You know that?
Too much
Getting
work,
too
not
much
enough,
work.
yeah.
That was my biggest problem
Shit,
all the
that's a
time.
good
Growing
problem.
pains.
Good problem to have.
Yeah, no, that's a good problem to have, but not
Growing
good
pains,
when
yeah.
you're going through things like that because it's like you, Eric was saying earlier, it's too much stuff on your plate, and
Yeah.
you're like, dude, what am I even like? I don't even barely have a place to paint these cars, and I'm taking 3 new jobs every day, whatever it is, and it's like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, big time. So at the end of the day, I got kicked out from that place too again. And then of course, then I went to another one here in the front of Burger King, like those areas in there,
yeah.
like this big
That back area.
white thing. On
Yeah,
the
yeah,
back.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know
I
what
know
I'm
what
talking
you're
about?
talking about, yeah.
So I was there, and I was there for 3 months. All right, the guy owns 2 body shops. And of course, I was there doing body work too. And then when he saw that I was having a lot of work,
He was like, what the fuck?
yeah, he didn't like it. He didn't
Dude,
like
that
it.
is so crazy that like that literally happened to you 3 times. That happened to you 3 times where people saw you doing good. They're like, this guy's doing too
Cut
good.
his
Like,
wings.
fuck this. He's doing better than me. Take this guy out of
Nah,
here.
bro, at the
It's
end-
crazy, dude. Instead of the guy going up to him and be like, hey, like the dude where you were sharing, then he kicked you out. Not the previous one, but the one before that. He came up to you and be like, "Yo, what are you doing different in your business? I want to tell me what you're doing so I can help you out. I can see that you're maybe not being able, like you have a lot of cars. Let's work more together. Let's
Right.
let me take some cars out of your hand. Let's share this, and instead of just being like, nah, get the hell out of here. You're doing too good.
Yeah,
Like,
and the thing, I think most of the time that people wouldn't like it is because I used to do everything too. You know what I mean? Like I would be able to take cars from the beginning to the end.
Yep.
And they didn't like that because most of the owners of businesses, they can't really do that.
Everything,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
whole package.
Yeah, there's some of them that they own a body shop. They don't even know how to remove a bumper.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to mix the paint.
lived the process.
And I did the whole process of it. You know what I
So
mean?
you actually can talk about it and inform people.
So you're saying there's other shops out there that kind of like sub work. How do you say
Subcontract?
subcontract the different parts of the car? Like for example, like you got a full collision that happened, right? And let's say that your company doesn't do the body work, but your company is a body work. But are you bringing it to different companies to get different things done?
Well,
Not you necessarily, but are there
if there is
business
someone
like that?
out there, bro, maybe because of the things that's going on right now, yeah. Probably. Why is that? Is because every body shop right now is having a lot of work, but it's not having the labor.
Yeah.
It's not having people to
People you
to
can
work.
rely
You know
on,
what I mean?
yeah.
And the thing is that these people that are coming into the country, they already have done this type of jobs back in
Years.
Somewhere
Brazil,
else.
That is
Guatemala,
so
anything.
true, yeah.
And when they come in here, they already come with that mentality to do their own business here. You know what I mean? And they don't want to work for somebody. They want to do their own thing. And guess what? They charge cheaper than actually
Because they're
doing it.
beginning, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
Now, Ivan, I mean, you going now, you get kicked out to all these places, and then you finally ended up on Irving Street. And you just said, Rich, one of the biggest things, and to the boys here, one of the biggest things I'm dealing with right now is finding the labor. And as always, you're always coming up with a solution for these problems. And you told me you wanted us to announce it here today and kind of put it out there first time for the public what you're doing with your academy. Let's bring that out. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
man?
let 'em know, let 'em know.
Let them know.
yeah, bro. So we are coming up with something new. We're going to start basically on December, but on January we're going to start the classes. We're going to start giving classes for people who wants to learn how to do body work and paint. You know what I mean? It's just because I got to the point that I have to get people that don't know how to do the job, at least one person at the shop, and be able to walk him through how everything works. But it's different when you're getting paid to do it, and it's different when you actually pay
To learn.
get to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we got to the point, bro, and the reason why I come up with this is because I had a young kid, right, at the shop, and I was like, hey, just try to remove this, and he was grabbing the thing, and like he didn't know how to
yanking it.
Yeah, and I was like, just do it this way. And he's like, I can. I'm like, why you can't? Oh no, because my dad always says that I can't do this, and I'm like, damn, what they're going on in their home, you know what I mean? The
It's
way
affecting him there.
It's affecting, these young kids nowadays, bro. So when I saw that, and I was like, no, yes, you can do it. Even though I know he's going to mess up or anything like that, and I'm like, damn, if he breaks this, it's going to be on me. But I take the risk of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, go for it, give it a try.
Yeah.
And then seeing these kids that they want to learn, but for some reason, things have been different. Like,
They don't have that extra push anymore.
right, they don't. And then a lot of the kids nowadays want to just stay home, play video games, or work from home. There's a lot of people up there that just working home, and that's it. And so we're not having a lot of labor.
Yeah.
Like I say, guys, at my shop right now, we're back up like 3 weeks.
Wow.
We can't take more cars in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like we're afraid to take more cars in because every
It's
time,
just gonna keep backing up.
yeah,
So Ivan's basically starting a Keith Tech of automotives for his own.
basically, yeah.
Yo, guys, and one thing I can say that you could touched upon a little bit right now. People nowadays, most people want to work behind a computer or behind a desk and not necessarily get out there, work with their hands, or learn some kind of like technical position, body shop, electrical, whatever it is, where it's like you're out in the field, you're building the infrastructure of your community, your city, town, whatever it is. Guys, this is the days go by, the seconds go by, and less people want to do these things. Ivan doing this school, I guarantee you, whoever joins him and is part of this and learns what he has to teach, you will have a career that is going to make you lots of money in the future, because not everyone wants to do this anymore. And if you capitalize on this and really learn the ins and outs of what he's going to teach you and anything that you can apply that to, guarantee you will be successful, because nobody wants to work with their hands anymore.
That is right. You know, the thing is, like, of course, going to college is the best thing always, you know. But like nowadays, you go to college and then you get into a debt for what, $100,000 to $200,000.
Yeah.
And then these people they can't find a job.
And all the amount of free information that we have out there on the internet, you know, like there was this one guy that this blew my mind. I don't know if you guys are gonna have the same reaction, but there was this one guy. He went on a Spotify podcast that I was listening to, and he was saying that a lot of what he learned from like for business and marketing and all that, he learned from this one guy that was posting Harvard lectures on YouTube for free. So he was going to these lectures for marketing in Harvard, recording them and posting them on YouTube. So these people were getting free Harvard lectures on YouTube. Like if you really go out there and look and find for like something you want to learn, you can learn it. I think nowadays college is good for like, you know, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, for these things where like you need to pass down certain like very precise knowledge, but it's not a necessity anymore. I feel a lot of times nowadays you can do things on your own and like you're saying, like you went to Mass Bay to get the certification. That was just like one stepping stone for what everything that you have now. You know what I mean? So it's just. And people can do so many things without not just getting a diploma.
Yeah, bro, and I love it, bro. I really do. It's you opening doors for other people to expand their opportunities at the end of the day, right? Because yes, that will help them to achieve whatever they want to achieve, but yet it will help you as well because you're helping someone. Not only that, you might be creating a future employer right there as well. You know, he might be so loyal to you for everything you taught him that he would stick with you and basically teach the other person that comes after him. You know, and it's like a snowball effect. Yeah. You know, and that's low key how a business grows, right? It is, yeah. How a business builds their foundation, builds their trust. You know, and you show the comfort, you show the belief that you have in the person that's working for you, bro. You can truly open different doors.
Yeah, because sometimes too, not everyone wants to be business owners. So like even doing this, and Eric's saying like you can get an employee from that can like you can rely on forever. Some people just want to work for a successful business, make a very good income with whatever career that is in that business, and help someone get to that point, but they're also doing well. And it's hard to find people nowadays that are kind of in that boat with you, and necessarily they don't want to like overtake you, but they're there with you for the ride and for that whole process of like. And I mean, just seeing your team, dude, when I went that day, like I thought it was super nice, dude. Like, everybody you have there was so nice, man. Everybody was so cool. Like even the guys coming out of the shop, like when these two, I think it was like two guys came out of the shop at one point, they saw me sitting, they're like, "Oh, does somebody help you?" I was like, "Yeah, man." Someone helped me. Like, okay, cool. Like the guy in the shop doesn't have to ask me that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in the shop, bro. Like just the fact that he even thought about it is like, it's dope. So man, you get to see the culture that you hold around in your business, man.
It goes to show, man. It really goes to show, what you have to go through to achieve, a certain dream or a certain goal in your life, man. And Ivan, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. You truly surprised me, dude. They shut the door many times in your face, man, and you did not stop. You kept going, man. You're always good at adapting to certain circumstances that you were put in, bro. And honestly, it shows how unique you are. It shows how smart you are. It shows how, you're a chameleon at the end of the day, man, because a lot, after the first door, people would already quit, bro. You didn't quit after the first door, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth.
5 times.
Man, to what you have built today, man, it's really wow, man, so inspiring, man. Yeah, so inspiring.
From the bottom of my heart, bro, I can say like I admire you for like your story, everything you told me about. Like I consider you my friend, but like all the stuff you said today, dude, I had like majority I had no idea about your story. I mean, so like no, genuinely, dude, like
these guys, we got the logo up for him too.
Yeah, that one right there.
Oh shit, I like that.
And these guys know I've been talking to them a lot about like me doing my whole like construction and carpentry business too. And it's dope to hear your story, dude, because it motivates me to like, because a lot of the times you do get a lot of no's, and like sometimes just like, dude, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's happening? And then there's those times where you're like, all right, I'm doing the right thing. And just hearing your story, bro, it motivates me, bro.
See, this is the thing, bro. Since we in 2020 when we hit pandemic, right? Nobody was expecting that. You know what I mean? And then when that happened, I was like, wait a minute, I have to do something. I have to do something, because if I don't move now, and if it hit us really bad, we were closed for a couple months. And it was I was like, I gotta move do something else. You know what I mean? I need to have a different income, not just from the shop. But what helped me out at that time is that a lot of body shops around closed down. They closed the doors. Because nobody
they couldn't keep up with the business. The dealerships shut down.
And that actually helped me out at the end because since they closed, I was like, we're not going to close. We're going to keep open. And that's when I kind of got to know a lot of doctors, a lot of police officers, a lot of people from the town because they were still working out there. You know, not all of them.
stuff
Yeah.
too,
Yeah. And then body shop around that was the only one open. It was us basically. And at that time, we were actually we would go to their house, pick up the cars, bring it to the shop,
Disinfect
and
it.
disinfect
Very
them
personal,
and
yeah.
other stuff. Yeah. And it was great. I get to know a lot of officers, like police officers in
That's
Framingham
awesome.
because of that.
That's awesome.
So it kind of helped out. And since that happened, I was like, wait, I gotta do something with like marketing and stuff like that. So then I got another team that we started working on going through like small businesses that didn't have like websites and stuff like that. And we're like, hey, we can build your own website and this and that. And this is how we start getting more income from
outside
of the body shop. You know what I mean? Like you say, bro. It's like we gotta find different ways.
Multiple
right?
sources of income.
Yeah.
all
That's
the time.
awesome, bro.
That's so dope.
We're gonna take a little break. I actually want to put the commercial up real quick, and then we're gonna come back real quick. You know, we gotta get the bills paid, and not just because you're here, we're not gonna have your commercial up that we finally made this week. We're gonna put it up too.
What's up, Power Fam? And we are live here at Ivan's Collision Center in downtown Framingham. It is truly a blessing to have your support since day one, right, Rich?
Hell yeah, man. It's an awesome thing to see is that Ivan was able to start from the bottom and get to where he is today. He's actually owning this whole shop. And the best thing is that he was able to do that with the excellent customer service and having that one-to-one relationship with every one of his clients.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is from top to bottom. It's body work, mechanical work, paint job, anything they could possibly think of. He's here to make your car look like new.
And the best part is that from that moment of that inconvenience, he makes your process super convenient. He takes care of you. He makes sure the process goes super smooth. Check this out.
Show it.
Ivan's Collision Center!
What's up, Power?
Need a quick repair for your car? We are the solution. In our shop, your vehicle is fixed on record time. And we work with all insurance companies. In case of an accident, we set up the towing. We also set up a rental for you, all directly from our shop. And you can count on the best equipment and the newest systems so we can keep you informed. The best solutions all in one place. Car trouble? Ivan's Collision is the place for you.
Hell yeah, you guys already know if you got to find that shop that's going to make your inconvenience convenient, Ivan's Collision Center, ivan.collision.center. We're soon going to go through a name change, but we're not there yet, but we'll make it happen. We got someone at the door. But guys, again, I am extremely happy to have you here. Ivan, I heard that you have some things here for us.
Yes, I actually brought something for you guys too.
Oh, goodies!
And I actually brought this shirts for you guys too. As a
Thank you, sir. Hey, I'm ready rocking my red one. I got a white one.
And I brought something else too that actually helped me out when I was on my computer all the time. Hello, love.
Oh, we got a surprise. Mariana's in the house.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, bro, you watched him?
yeah, bro.
That was good.
So, when I used to be on my computer, right, and I used to get home at night and I would be working late and stuff like that, I would always take a look at this. And that would have helped me. So I want to give it to you guys as a gift today. All right.
Go.
There you go, bud.
Yo, guys, for those wondering, Ivan just gave us a nice little
The camera.
poster.
There you go.
Gave us a dope little poster.
We're in the
There's
middle.
so it's a tree, right? And it shows on the top, and then it shows the roots under it. And it's the tree with the leaves says success, and the roots has hard work, persistence, late nights, rejections, sacrifices, discipline, criticism, doubts, failure, and risks.
Over there. Hell yeah. Fire.
Yo, and guys, everything that Ivan talked about today literally is the embodiment of this right here. So this is super dope to see, and this is awesome.
Yeah, we're
man.
This is
hang-
awesome.
we're
We're
gonna
going
hang
to
this
definitely
up.
hang this up, man. I really appreciate
Every
that,
time
man.
we look at this, we're gonna definitely think about your story, bro.
Ivan, I really appreciate the gift.
Goes into success.
It does.
For sure,
it does,
right?
you know.
It's just like there's the one and then...
Oh, let me see this. And another great example, I'm glad you point this out, Briggs, is that, you know, everybody sees the success, but nobody sees what's under the success, you know, what, you
How
know,
deep the
how
roots
deep
are.
the roots are, you know, what had to be done to get there, you know. And that's a good thing to bring up, because at the end of the day,
Ivan got strong
they don't have
roots.
to see it. They don't have to see it. You know, the people that have to see it, who have to notice it, who have to believe it, is you. And then the only person that can change your life, that could change, you know, your family's life, man, to change your friend's life, it's you. And you're living proof at the end of the day, bro. You're a living
Hell yeah,
example
bro.
that people can dream, that people could continue fighting. You know, people could always have hope,
And
man,
don't give up.
and never give
Do
up,
not
because
give
at
up.
the end of the day, guys,
And
we're
that's one
blessed.
thing, guys, you know, for people out there who have their own business and everything, I know we're going through really, really tough times, but don't ever give up. Don't give up. And every time you make a mistake, don't think it's a mistake. You learn from your mistakes, so don't give up. Keep working hard. You just go for it. Take the risk for it, you know. And like I say, we're coming up with 2 new business this year coming up.
Let's go.
I don't know if you know the other one too, the construction one.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Yes.
Oh, yo, I always see actually, yo, because I drive by your shop every morning. I'll see the trucks pulling out, ready to go. I'm like, hell
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I'm just getting to it.
So we're getting ready with a new business too.
What's the name of that business?
And I actually sent it to you by a picture. Yeah.
I think he has the picture.
So it's called Construction Solution Incorporation.
My phone just died.
and what is that for?
Dope.
That's his construction business.
Oh shit!
Another-
Yeah.
So we're
Ano-
coming up with that this year too.
Another
January.
Okay, okay, that's cool, man.
Another connection.
Well, if you need any investments, let me know. Of course.
Ivan, man, at the end of the day, bro, I want to take this moment to truly just thank you, man. I mean, not just for the podcast, but who you have been in my own life. You know, the biggest reason why you are where you are today is because you're a guy that gives. I know that God has put you where you are today in your life because, dude, I even get emotional just talking about it because truly, man, what you do for people and the amount of people you have helped, and I've seen you help, it's beautiful and it's amazing. And it's literally the reason why you are where you are today.
Amen.
With a beautiful family, with beautiful kids, with a prosperous business. Man, keep up the good work. Keep doing what you're doing. People might not be seeing everything you're doing, but God, I mean that.
Someone.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah. And thank you for believing in this podcast since day one. Because I
Number
called
one,
you,
yo, our
bro.
number
He was
one
the
supporter,
first
bro.
one I called to go after as a sponsor. And he didn't have any hesitation. He
Zero.
said, Rich, I'm with you. Let's go. I believe in you. Everything you want to do, you make it happen.
Yes.
Let's go. And I told him the team I had, and he believed in us since the first second.
Literally.
We talked
Yeah.
about it.
Literally.
And I'm grateful for you, my guy.
Yeah,
I really
I'm
appreciate
grateful
you,
for you,
Ivan.
and I am
you, bro.
ready. You know, I'm ready to work for you. You know, I'm ready to, you know, market for you. I'm ready to bring you business. 'Cause at the end of the day, when you're winning, we are winning. When we are winning, you are winning. And it's a team's game,
Hell
man.
yeah,
At the end
hell
of the day,
yeah.
bro.
And
Shama.
guys, don't forget, Ivan has amazing specials always going on
Always.
for all his new customers, and he actually has a very special one that's been going on for a while. It's for every student. You know, guys, if you're a student and you guys want to go get your car fixed for the first time with Ivan, bring it over. He has a 20% discount for you as a student that he helps you out because, you know, students sometimes they go through that tough time financially, but it's not because of that.
We know too. Sometimes you take your parents' car out on the weekend,
Yeah,
you get
you
into
know,
a
you
little
know.
scratch. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Guys, call Ivan. I guarantee you, he will not tell your parents. He'll be like, guys, don't worry, I take care of it. They won't even notice. They won't even notice. He's your guy.
Hit up your guy, dude. He's gonna help you out. He's gonna make sure your car looks brand new. Ivan, any last words? Anything you got going on with the community right now at the end of the year? We usually give the last few seconds for people to like let them know what's going
Whatever's
on.
going on, speak your mind.
Oh, bro. Oof. Another hour.
Yo, shoot, we can.
No, bro. I mean, take a look at this, right? Like, Framingham, I feel like I'm from Framingham. Like, it's hometown. Even though I don't live here, I just bought a house in Webster. Every time I come to Framingham,
Congratulations.
you know what I mean? Thank you, bro. Every time I come to Framingham, I feel like this is my home. So, the community here, it's just, I know everyone around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let's face it, things have been different in Framingham. Nothing is the same. Let's start with downtown Framingham.
Yeah, a bunch of
You know-
crackheads and shit.
Yeah, bro. Reality. I didn't want to come up with that, but yeah, it's true. You know what I mean?
The world's in a dark place.
Bro, when we were in high school, you didn't see those things like that.
Never.
No.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, funny thing, I actually can. I gotta say this. One day, I actually hired a homeless guy from downtown Framingham, not to work on cars, so I would never do that, right? But guess what? He asked me for $20, and I was like, hey,
How about
come to the
this?
shop,
Yeah.
let's go clean around. And I actually helped him out, and we were just cleaning around the shop, and I gave him this
I
thing
was
so
there
he
like
could-
giving the guy life advices and cleaning with him.
Bro, yeah, you know what I mean? And when I look at this guy, I was like, wow, he's not even sick or anything like that. He's healthy, you know? It's just...
He chooses not to.
Yeah, but
drugs.
we can't judge them. You know,
Yeah.
I can't say
No.
nothing about them because I'm not in their shoes.
You don't know what
I
they're
mean?
going
I don't know
through,
what
yeah.
they're going through. But at least I kind of help him out. I
did your
pay
part.
him and everything. And guess what? The next day he was over there again. Like,
He's like, "Can I work for
did
you?"
it."
Hey man, you gave him an option. You gave him a way out. Because a lot of times, like you said, some people they could be perfectly healthy, perfectly fine, but they're just like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be here. And it is
Yeah,
what
bro.
it is.
So this is the thing: giving opportunity to people up there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And then I'm really looking and targeting to young kids nowadays. You know what I mean? This is the reason why we're coming up with this new
Academy.
academy school, so we can teach these young kids how to do body work, how to do paint. You know, and if their parents are willing to pay for the class, you know, we're trying to work out on a number that will be good for everyone. But you know, it takes materials, time and all the
Yep.
stuff at the shop.
Someone to teach.
Yes,
yeah.
you know what I mean? We want to teach them the right way too. Because these guys are going to be working on cars. And guess what? We're all driving a car. That's like a weapon up there.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So we got to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And we're willing to take that time and energy in our life to be able to teach just young kids.
Let's
And
go.
Not just these kids, but guess what? I have a detail guy who just started working with us. He had like 3 weeks. And he told me, like, I was doing some other classes in Newton with this other guy, and I pay a class of $1,200. And he didn't even finish the whole class.
class.
He only went like 3 times, I think, and that was it. But he learned more the basic stuff. You know what I mean? How to do the process.
Yeah.
And that's what he liked it. But then he say, I'll probably like it better if I work in a body shop. And I actually gave him the opportunity. I was like, hey,
Fire.
why not?
'Cause he
Give
told
it a-
that to you, yeah.
Yeah. And you know, when he was at the detail area, I was like, okay, you make this place like it's yours right here. So I know I'm the owner, and if I say I want to put it here, but if you don't like it there, then just let me know the
Feel
reason
comfortable.
why.
Do
Feel
you?
comfortable. You know what I mean? And make sure you know all your products, what you gotta use on this, and that. If there is something that you don't know, ask.
Yeah.
Don't stay quiet. Just ask, and we will help you.
That's
Yeah.
dope because like you said, you're the owner. It's your place that you take care of, but he can, you want to make him comfortable with his things and how he wants to organize it.
Mi casa tu casa.
And that's
like-
the best thing about Ivan, man, because he really tries to help out all his employees and trains them, takes the time to truly get really close to them and become that family, right? And shows them that there's more than just work in that relationship there. There's not just money there. There's a human behind.
Deeper connection.
There's a life. There's family behind that. And you truly see that. Ivan, thank you, man. Thank you one more
Thank you, brother.
episode,
Thank you,
guys.
This is so dope, bro. This
Yeah,
is
man.
amazing.
Hell yeah.
Again, like what you said, man, thank you for always believing in us, man. Thank you for continue believing in us and sticking with us, through the mud as well, man, because there's always struggles,
Hell yeah.
and there's always, diamonds are created under pressure at the end of the day, bro. And Shama.
The story I told you today when I was living at an attic was actually Ivan's house.
That's
when
awesome.
That's when I was living. I came back
on
from
like
Florida.
Henry Street, whatever.
Yeah. That was actually Ivan's house, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys,
Let's
don't
go.
forget to like,
Sub-
comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Because, guys, without you, we will not get to where we need to be. All this love you've been showing, guys, we see it, but we
Yes.
need more. We want more. We need more love. We need it. We need it. We need it.
Yeah, Andre, you almost had it, bro. You almost had it. It's with you guys, we are nothing, but with you guys, we are everything.
I can't steal your line, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
our line.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Guys, episode 35. Many more episodes to come. Many more guests to come. And did you like his story? It's probably one of the best ones out here. I'm not gonna cap, but many more to come. Everybody with different experiences, different journeys in their life. And at the end of the day, guys, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
And we've been getting a lot of can you guys hear me? Because my feedback.
Yeah,
is
you're
good.
All
You're
right.
good.
So we've been getting a lot of messages now too with suggestions of people to come on. Don't forget, guys, we're always open
Let us
for
know.
new people. If you think someone has an amazing story
Anyone.
out there, it's going to impact, has something cool going on, we want to hear it. We would love to have them sit here on our couch
Yeah.
and share their experience. And don't forget, we have an amazing flyer coming out on Friday, giving you all the details of our end of the year event. Don't miss out. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We have a new giveaway going out as well this week with the full detail from Exotic Auto Spa. And don't forget, guys, if you need your car cleaned up, Exotic Auto Spa, it's not just getting your car detailed, it's a full experience from the moment you drop off your car. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, and share. One more episode 35 with Ivy Contreras. Thank you so much. Let's go, guys.